Fucking the Draisaitl can't score. Nuge can't score.
Nobody can score on that team unless your name is McDavid.
Well, Nurse got the overtime winner the other day, so. Oh, they're at Fox Plaza. Yeah, what a boring Thursday night game.
Hey, you got a playoff baseball game.
Also got Red Wing hockey, and LeBron makes his debut tonight for the Lakers.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. All right, we sound good.
All right, cool.
We sound clear.
All right.
It took forever to get this thing started because nothing wanted to work.
Yeah, I restarted the computer earlier today, and oh, there it is in front. Come on, Dylan, put the puck in the net.
Boom, boom, boom. Oh, nope. That one. Boom, boom. Boom. Boom.
We're going to do a quick Truck Series recap.
I actually have a pretty decent bit for the Truck Series.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it, so.
I mean, realistically, none of the two races were anything to write home about.
Oh, and the rant.
It's about to be Rant Central.
Is ready.
It's going to be an all-episode affair.
Oh, yeah.
I've already done that one.
I can just search it on Facebook or on YouTube.
Come on, you bastard.
Oh, weird. Oh, yeah. Good. On YouTube. Yeah, good show. The SHR 500.
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
There we go. Now I got to where I wanted to be.
Holla, holla, holla. Penalty. I have the football game on. So I got the dog sitting next to me, and Bing says, well, you can see the cat. And no one cares, Von Miller.
And Facebook. I tell you what.
What's that?
You know what? We'll talk about it during the show. It was about the ALCS.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, I think this series is over. Over.
It'll go back to Boston.
It'll go back to Boston, but this one is over.
Mm-hmm.
With a capital over.
Yeah, and it sucks, too, because I can't stand the Red Sox.
Yeah, you know, it's as much as I want to see the Red Sox blow a 3-1 lead. This one is over.
Yep. I thought you said you wanted to talk about that during the show.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Oops. I know what I want to talk about during the show.
That.
What happened Saturday?
I'll skip past that.
Not about what happened to your team. Talking about my team.
Oh, their first Big Ten win against a ranked opponent?
Well, it's going to continue this weekend.
And one more on the Twitter, and we will go live.
All right, cool. Let's That's what I wanted to do.
Let me pull up the show chat, and we'll be ready to get this thing going.
Ready to go? Yep. Oh, Le'Veon Bell did not show up during bye week. Shocking.
Great. God damn it. I hate having him on my team. I'm tempted to trade his ass.
You might as well try to get something for him.
A wide receiver. Because now that it seems like Sony Michel has come into a league of his own.
Yep.
I don't even... I've got James Conner. But, like, that's the sense of where I don't want to...
Get rid of Le'Veon.
Exactly, because you never know when he's going to come back.
It's funny, too, in the work league I'm in, if the playoffs were to start right today, it had been myself and my brother Sarah and one of my coworkers. The Rancolas in the playoffs. Yeah.
All right, we ready to go?
I'm ready.
Let me turn the TV down. That'd probably be...
Yeah, I can't hear it, so...
Probably be a good way to start.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get it on the road.
All right.
If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 45 of the Loose Lugs podcast. I'm your host, AJ. With me, as always, the man ready to go to work. It's Ryan.
What is going on, AJ? Man, oh man, how was your weekend? First of all, let me say love it. Great weekend I had. Wolverines primetime football destroyed Wisconsin. They got a big game coming up this Saturday. In-state rival Michigan State.
There was college football on this weekend?
I know a team. I know they're of a team that didn't show up and they got ran over too. Worse than the Denver Broncos.
Shut up. Hey, the Denver Broncos, Von Miller has guaranteed a win tonight.
You're playing the Cardinals. You better beat the Cardinals tonight.
His direct quote was, "We are going to kick their ass." Direct quote.
I heard it here. Von Miller, guarantee. Wow.
You know what? You know what happens when you guarantee a win? You usually lose.
You lose. Yeah, exactly.
9 out of 10, you lose.
It's funny too. It's funny too that he mentions that, though. I mean, can their defense stop a running game? What was it? Bilal Powell had over 200 yards, and then last week Todd Gurley, and now they face David Johnson, who hasn't done jack crap this year, may go off tonight, and I'm facing him.
And it figures it would happen the week that I drop every Jet running back I had.
Oh, yeah. Yep. You look at the scoreboard and you're like, oh, no.
I'm looking at it going, I mean, I still won, but I was like, really?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I sat, because the game tonight is the Cardinals-Broncos, I sat Fitzgerald. I'm tired of it.
He hasn't done much this year. Watch, this is the night he goes off.
This will be the night he pops off, I know.
Yep, on Thursday Night Football, because I last week for the Thursday night game, I had Saquon Barkley. He got me 39 points, and I faced Ty Gurley, who got 38. And I'm like, are you serious? But my two quarterbacks went off, Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, and then Rodgers on Monday night.
You know, Mahomes wasn't looking so good in the first half of that game.
Oh, man, second half adjustments. They know what he's doing. Plus, they play again this Sunday night against the Bengals. That should be fun to watch.
The Bungles.
I'm glad they flexed the game. So
the Bungalow Joes. What was the original game?
It was the Rams and Niners, I do believe.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Wait, we're talking about the 49ers that almost beat the Green Bay Packers on Monday night this week.
Well, yes, but Green Bay is. Hey, you're talking about a Green Bay team that lost to the Detroit Football Lions. Keep in mind.
Hey, here's a sport I want to talk about. I want to shift gears to some baseball here.
Okay.
How about this amazing championship series round where on one side we already know it's over, and on the other side of things it's almost over, but I think that's still going 7.
You're thinking the Brewers and Dodgers are going to go 7?
I think that series is going to go 7 where the Brewers are on top, and I'm sorry, even though Verlander's on the hill tonight against David Price, this Astros-Red Sox series is over.
Yeah, and your MVP, Jackie Bradley Jr.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, no kidding.
The guy they wanted traded at the deadline.
Yep, you have J.D. Martinez, you have Mookie Betts, Benintendi, and yet...
Question.
Answer.
Last night,
yep.
fan interference or not?
I was sleeping during that. Yeah, I know it was an early game, but I ended up zonking out like right at like 8:30 or so. But I've seen it time and time again. It looks like the ball is over that. I don't think it's fan interference. It looks like the ball is over the wall.
It is either.
Betts goes into the stands. It's like I don't know.
I don't think it's fan interference.
I don't.
To me, is leaning over the wall to stop.
Yes,
just and because Mookie can make all these amazing plays where he robs home runs out of the stands and all that. You go into their territory. That is their territory.
Yeah, exactly. And they even said it on Around the Horn, excuse me, PTI, that if you look at the replay, none of the fans' hands are over the wall onto the field of play. So I think it's, I don't think it should have been fan interference.
I think they missed that call.
I think so too.
Regardless, that's only in the first inning or second inning?
Yeah, it doesn't change the outcome of the game, so.
Craig Kimbrell sucks. Okay, can we just say that now?
Yep. Yeah. Holding it out.
Kimbrell is terrible.
Lucky he's got some great defense behind him because he almost blew it against the Yankees.
Yeah, if not for, Benintendi or Brock Holt that made that dive and grab? I think it was Benintendi.
Yes, it was. Speaking of Michigan State, there's a commercial for it.
So we had a controversial weekend, Ryan. Wow.
at Talladega?
For what was realistically an uneventful Talladega weekend, we sure do have a lot to talk about.
I think we should call this the rant episode of the Loose Lugs podcast because I think there's going to be a lot of rants. And AJ, for the viewers that are listening to us, what are you cuddling right there?
That's actually the brand new Dale Earnhardt Jr. book. It just came out. It's a great read. I suggest picking it up. Is this what you're talking about?
No, I was talking about the other thing.
So for those on the stream that can see it, this right here is Chase Elliott's Dover wind tire. I believe it's the one right from the burnout. I sent you the picture.
Yeah, it looks like the burnout. You can see the Goodyear.
I'm trying to find. There it is.
The authenticity.
It is official.
Yes. Oh yeah. And the cool thing about that too is I got the 2 Stenhouse wins from Daytona and Talladega. We got to take a look at the rubber compared to Dover from Talladega and Daytona. Well, that'd be cool to check out there. So
I tell you what, this rubber here beat new rubber.
Oh yeah. But about the Dale Earnhardt Jr. book, I was watching the Wednesdays with Dale Jr. or they had it on today. Excuse me, with the podcast talking about the book. I definitely am possibly picking that up this weekend. I got to read it myself.
I am not a big reader.
No, neither am I.
But usually when a new NASCAR book comes out, I pick it up, and I actually just picked up one by Scott Zolak, made one called If These Walls Could Talk, and it's about his stories from the Patriots sideline, press box, and locker room. And a
lot of people out there, AJ, are wondering, who the hell Scott Zolak is. If you played Tecmo Super Bowl back in the day for Sega Genesis, you know who the hell he is. But most people do not. So please enlighten our viewers.
Unicorns! Where's the beef?
Explain to our viewers who he is.
He is the Patriots radio color commentator who was a quarterback back in the late or early 90s, right before Bledsoe came in. Once Bledsoe came in, he was the backup. But in football, I've never heard someone on a radio that I laugh more at. He is awesome.
I don't think he had that good of a career there, AJ.
I don't think he did.
All right. Yeah, I know he's a better play-by-play man than he is a quarterback.
Yes, for sure. But it's come to the point where, depending on the broadcast crew on TV, I will simulcast the radio broadcast over it. Because to me, it's that much better.
QB, try to find his career stats here. So
it wasn't good. I'll tell you it wasn't good. He's definitely had a better broadcasting career, but just in that there's so many stories that I can only imagine are in there. Like he has a radio show on the same station he broadcasts the game on, and they were just talking about the names of some certain stories that are in there.
Oh, I got his career stats right here, AJ. 8 touchdown passes, 7 picks, 1,314 total yards he threw.
And that was in a 3-year span when he was the starter.
Yep. Scott Zolak, ladies and gentlemen.
But if you ever have a chance, go look up the Saints-Patriots radio broadcast of the final play of the game. And that was the show Ponies Unicorns. Where
Oh, man.
It's funny, though. We're going to keep talking football here. Whenever there is a fumble, he is very loud and yelling ball when there's a fumble over the radio broadcast. So, like,
there's a ball on the ground.
Bob Sochi, who is the main guy there, will say, like, and the ball is out, and you'll hear Scott Zolak in the background, ball!
Oh, man.
It is great. Anyway, we had a wild weekend in Talladega. Ryan, what do you say we get into some gas and go and discuss what happened this weekend?
All right.
So on Saturday, we had the Camping World Truck Series at Talladega, and Timothy Peters wins a controversial elimination race.
Yeah, that it was. I watched the majority of that race, and because the Michigan game was on later in the evening, so I'm like, oh, let's watch the Truck Series. Put on a good show for us at Talladega. I thought the truck race was so much better than the Cup race, and yeah, we're going to definitely dive into it because one race they throw the caution, the other race they don't.
So to me, it's not surprising to see Timothy Peters in victory lane of a truck.
No, not at all.
Plate race. But how he won it, I thought, was a little bit of an issue. Maybe not so much of an issue as it was. It could be seen as dirty in what he did. Coming off the backstretch, he kind of got into Noah Gregson a little bit, who was the leader.
And turned him.
Straight turned him. It was Eric Almirola, Austin Dillon style from the 500, if you didn't see it.
That it was. I tell you what, for the most part, though, that race was a good race, and like you said, he dumped him flat out. Honestly, dumped him. A hard hit for Gregson, not only between hitting the wall, but a couple other trucks that plowed right into him. Though I mean, that was a hard hit right there.
Now they threw the caution, Ryan, which I'm curious after seeing what happened in the Cup race on Sunday, if the caution should have even been thrown. And in this scenario, I say yes.
Oh, the truck race, yes, for sure, because of how they it looked like it was
in it.
Head-on hit. Though you had to throw it.
The whole field was involved, along with the head-on collision from Gregson. I've got no problem with NASCAR throwing it there. I really
neither do I. But I know a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter Facebook, a lot of social media are like, why did they throw the caution Saturday but not Sunday? NASCAR keeps, and I've said this before in the past, I guarantee you NASCAR relays all the information from their safety workers on track. They overhear the radio conversations between the crews. And if somebody's like, okay, I don't think I can, get out of the car without assistance, or I may need medical attention, that's when they should throw the caution flag. With the way Gregson hit, by all means, they threw it. But in the Cup race, which we're going to get to, the cars that were involved drove away.
So, my question, Ryan, was it a dirty move?
Yes, it was.
Did you have a problem with the way Austin Dillon raced the Daytona 500?
Yes, I did.
And then you fit right in line with it. See, I've got no problem with either. I can't say that. I got a little bit more of an issue with the truck race because it's a different scenario where one guy's racing for the championship and the other guy's just there because of the luck of the draw of a restrictor plate race. It's not the first race of the season. This is an elimination race at that.
Luckily, Noah is moving on to the next round because of it, so...
It's a situation where this one's got a little bit more weight to it and how bad it was. But I gotta say, neither one of those two should have won. It should have been a 1-2 finish from Todd and David Gilliland.
Man, them guys, they were running good, and something happened to Todd where he ended up
bumped by Noah.
Yeah, and then he spun out, and but it was so cool to see them guys up there. Father son 1-2 Talladega. Remind me of a couple other father sons doing duels. The Allisons, the Earnhardts.
Did you notice something about the two trucks, Ryan?
Yeah, they were both the pedigree, but Todd had puppy on it. Yeah, that was cool to see right there.
Oh, man, if they would have finished 1-2, that would have been finish of the year, truck race of the year. I wouldn't have watched another one all year.
Yeah, the big accident that happened, I think it was start of stage 3 it happened, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, we had numerous big ones in this that took out playoff drivers such as Johnny Sauter, Matt Crafton. Luckily, I think both are in the next round still.
Yeah, both are in the next round.
Both are in the next round, luckily.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, then Parker coming down, hitting the inside of the wall. They talked to him because he was doing the pit reporting. They asked him how he was feeling. They showed a picture of the inside of the pedals that he hit the inside of the wall because the pedals stuck. That the pedals moved forward inside of the truck, and that's how he got a little banged up.
Yeah, I do recall him saying that he doesn't think in his career he's experienced a harder impact than that.
No, that was scary too, though.
Very much so. So, your stage winners this one: first stage, Grant Enfinger; second stage, Todd Gilliland; third stage, race winner Timothy Peters. Your top 5 were Timothy Peters, Myatt Snyder, David Gilliland, Justin Haley, and Wendell Chavis. Did I say that right? Chavis?
Good. Yes, you did. Good run for that team too.
It was a very good run for that team.
Yep, the 49 truck.
Your notable finishers, Ryan, and I pretty much just put this for every plate race now.
All right.
Let me just name off the top 15 to you.
there you go.
Your top 15, we just said the top 5, so 6, starting from 6 on. Stuart Friesen, Jordan Anderson, great run to finish 7th. Brian Dozit?
It looks like Dozit.
Max Tolman, Austin Hill. Jennifer Jo Cobb was leading this thing at one point.
Yeah, she was leading it for a little while, and I think it was Harvick or Mikey had said on the broadcast, "Hey, look at that 10 truck lead thing." And I'm like, yeah, good to see Jennifer tries the 10 truck. Yeah, it's good to see her up there. So
yeah, it was pretty cool seeing her lead this race. We had Austin Wayne Self, Noah Gregson, Robbie Lyons, Corbin Forrester, rounding out your top 15. With that being said, Ryan, this was an elimination race.
Yes, it was.
Your 2 drivers eliminated Ben Rhodes and Stuart Friesen. Stuart Friesen, I'm shocked about.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, he had a bad truck. He had bad luck.
Sometimes the only way to get through Talladega unscathed is to have luck, and that team didn't have it on their side.
No, not at all. Not at all.
If it weren't for bad luck, they wouldn't have had any luck on Saturday.
That is true. But yeah, out of the guys that are in, who do you think gets eliminated in the next round? Be your final four.
So your standings are Johnny Sauter, Brett Moffitt, Noah Gregson, Grant Enfinger, Justin Haley, Matt Crafton. I'm going to go with Sauter, Moffitt, Gregson, Haley.
Yeah, I was Sauter, Moffitt, Gregson, Crafton.
Crafton's just been slumping this year. That's the only reason why I don't put him up in there at this point.
But you got all right. Here's your races for this round. You got Martinsville, Texas, which is going to be a fun race with the trucks. Always is. And then you have the Lucas Oil's 150 from the reconfigured Phoenix Raceway.
ISM Raceway now.
Oh, on this thing it says Phoenix.
ISM Raceway.
ISM. Then obviously you got your final race at the Homestead Miami Speedway.
So you mentioned it there, Ryan. The next race for the Heat Truck Series is another week away. They'll race Martinsville on Saturday, October 27th on FS1. Now, Ryan, we get into the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, which I should call the name of the episode, the Stewart Haas Racing 500, because Eric Almirola finally gets his first win in 2018, but
in the 10 car.
In 2018, the first win for the 10 car at Stewart Haas, and it was a dominant day from Stewart Haas Racing. They were 1, 2, 3, 4, Ryan. This was a stat I saw late in the race for 85% of it.
I'm not taking anything away from Eric Almirola. Awesome to see him get that win. But my God, was that one of the worst Talladega races I think I've ever seen in my life. The Detroit Lions are on a bye week. Playoff race, Talladega. Okay, I'm going to sit back, relax with Sarah.
I fell asleep during it.
Watching a little Red Zone. Changing, once the race starts, watch the majority of the race. And then I seen the Stewart Haas racing cars, single file, follow the leader all the way around this 2.66 mile super speedway known as Talladega. And that's what this race was follow the freaking leader.
And I can't help but think if it weren't for gas issues, Almirola wouldn't have won this thing.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it was just Stewart Haas Racing had this field handcuffed, and they shouldn't have had the field handcuffed because no one could get any clue on going to the front. Stop letting them let everybody in.
Why is it during the truck race on Saturday and even the Xfinity race back in the spring that the outside lane is working? All of a sudden now the Cup race, the outside lane doesn't do jack crap. It's always the bottom lane. Everybody's fighting for the bottom lane. It's like, okay, we're gonna follow this guy around for 187 laps, and then on the final lap we're gonna try to pass him.
What I don't get is why we're letting all these Stewart Haas cars get the handcuff on the field. Why is it on these restarts? Aren't you just putting the bumper to them? And I don't say that as in wrecking them. When they slow down, check up to let someone else in, just go.
Yeah, exactly.
Go. Late in the race, it frustrated me because they couldn't get collected enough and organized enough to go to the front. So
it was on Brad Keselowski's radio saying, "Why is nobody trying to make a move? Why is nobody making a move?" I honestly, when Brad, Joey, Menard, I think it was Menard that was in the pack.
Menard was throwing the whole damn thing up.
Yeah, and then Chase, somebody was trying to get outside. Nobody went with them. Then that's when all four of them got away, and then there was a caution, which before the green white or the overtime and all, I was so angry at watching that race that I said something I thought I'd never ever hear myself say.
Don't say it. I know what you're going to say. Do not say it.
What do you think that would be?
You're going to say tandem drafting. I don't want it back.
No, I'm not talking about tandem drafting. I was even cheering for Kyle Busch to get up there to break the Stewart-Haas brigade up. That's how mad I was. That's how angry I was.
Did I send you a text message early on in the day? Good. Ricky Stenhouse is all the way in the back.
Yeah, you did. I wish he was up front.
I think he learned after Daytona he was just going to ride around the back. He went there at the end, though. I thought he was going to win that thing on the final lap.
Yeah, because he had the most gas out of everybody because they played the fuel strategy right. And
Well, he started coming on like a bat out of hell.
Yes, he did. I thought he was going to get there, but like I said, hats off to Eric Almirola, his team, the 10 team. Hey, look, the 10 car actually won a race.
Yes, it did. It did win a race. What an ass kissing. What an ass kicking Stewart-Haas Racing put on this field, man.
All right. With that being said, AJ, is this what we're going to see with the new package?
Unfortunately, I think so. I have to see it play out at Talladega next year, but unfortunately, I think this is how it's going to go. Now,
is the Daytona 500 going to be run like that?
I hope not, only because you have the dual races, which means you have lesser of a chance of this happening. Because, Ryan, it was all based on starting order. They started first through fourth.
I know that, yeah. It just...
So it comes down to the dual races, and let's just say Stewart-Haas Racing gets the pole, or sweeps the front row. So they have positions 1 and 2 for the Daytona 500. It doesn't matter, because even then you'll only have you'll have 2 Stewart-Haas cars in both of them. That's not to say that the rest of the field is gonna team up against them. I thought the Astros just hit a home run. That's what I was paying attention to. It wouldn't surprise me because it's David Price on the mound, but
yeah, I got the hockey game on right now, Wings and Lightning, so channel surfing too. So, but no, like I said, I
don't think it happens at Daytona. It'll happen at Talladega, if anything.
I hope it doesn't happen at Daytona. I really don't. Like I said, out of all the races I was looking forward to most this round was Talladega, and I know they're at Kansas this weekend, decent track, got some good racing, but it bored me. I was honestly, seriously bored of it. Like, I never thought I'd say I want to see Kyle Busch win another race. I never thought I'd hear myself say that.
There was about, I think, 100 laps to go where I said, all right, this can end now.
Yeah, exactly. And I give credit to Stewart-Haas for trying this, for doing this. Where's the other team at? Where's the Hendrick cars gaining up? Where's all the Toyota camp gaining up?
Well, Ryan, let's talk about this controversial finish that we had here.
Yep.
So I'm going to go basically in order of what Kurt Busch complained about in his post-race interview, which, what a whiny little baby.
Yeah.
Basically, we had a tire roll on. Was it a tire rolled onto the infield?
Yeah, a tire rolled onto the infield, causing the caution.
Cause a caution, a long caution at that for a tire rolling out.
I don't know. That tire almost went into the track and a lot of debris and everything on there, so you got to pay attention to that.
So it takes them. What did they go around that track 6-7 times?
About that.
Before it was 1 to go on the restart?
Yeah, about that.
I'm trying to remember if there was actually a wreck, but I don't think there was a wreck. I think it was just a tire rolled onto the track, and it caused overtime.
There was a wreck prior to that. Then that's when the Stewart-Haas cars rolled away, and then they had the tire come out onto the track, or onto the grass.
So then we have the long caution. It leaves Ryan Blaney and Kevin Harvick having to go to pit road because they run out of gas. Setting up an Eric Almirola, Kurt Busch, Clint Boyer run for the win, basically. Stenhouse came on strong, but on the white flag lap in turns 1 and 2, it looked like it was the 18 and the 9 car got together. They had a little bit of a wreck. I think DiBenedetto was also in.
DiBenedetto hit head on as they crossed to take the white flag, too, by the way.
So, it's in turn 1. I understand not throwing the caution yet. Mostly all of the cars drove away except for DiBenedetto and Chase. Chase got stuck down there in the grass, which he said later on when they made it sound like on TV that him and DiBenedetto were hurt. They weren't. They just couldn't move their cars.
Yeah, they couldn't get out of the grass.
I'm okay with them not throwing the caution there because it's out of the way of the finish. Everyone, for the most part, either radioed in or drove away that they were okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, they come back around the track, coming out of turn 3. Coming out of 3, entering 4, Almirola gets the run on Kurt Busch, which I don't think Kurt Busch wins this race anyway. I know I said earlier if it weren't for fuel mileage, he would have still won. I don't think that to be the case because Almirola had a hell of a run coming out of turn 3.
Yeah, he got the push from, was it Menard or Stenhouse?
It was
one
Stenhouse.
of those. It was one of them too, but he had a hell of a run.
So Stenhouse is pushing the hell out of Almirola, and Almirola comes on the outside. I think right when he was at Kurt's door, Kurt runs out of fuel.
Yep.
Eric Almirola gets the win, and then it was like all hell broke loose in interviews.
Yeah. All right, first of all, I applaud NASCAR for not throwing this caution, or the caution. There's been numerous times where they shouldn't have thrown the caution during this, coming to the white flag, after the white flag.
Only one car didn't finish, by the way.
Yeah, that's incredible at Talladega. One car didn't finish. Shows you what kind of afternoon it was. But, like I said, I applaud NASCAR for not throwing the caution. Kurt Busch, I understand where he's coming from. I understand why he's angry. Okay, being the leader of the race, yada, yada, yada. But he still runs out of gas unless he shuts the car off.
I propose a question.
And I have proposed an answer.
I posted this on Twitter after the race.
Okay.
Is the only reason why Kurt Busch is so worried about the NASCAR not throwing the caution because it would have benefited him? Is that the only reason why he's complaining?
Oh, 110%.
Thank you. That's my whole point.
If those guys, if Chase Elliott or DiBenedetto or anybody else involved in that would have been hurt, rolled, flipped, pick off Broncos. Anyways, touchdown Broncos, it looks like. Anyways, if the caution would have come out, hey, dude, ADD, man, I'm telling you, dude. But no, if the caution would have come out, everything would have been fine for Kurt Busch. But like I said, those cars didn't get airborne. Nothing was wrong with those cars. Like they said, every car got moving. Chase and DiBenedetto were so far out of the way, those cars can go by still at full speed by them because they were so far out of the picture.
And they wouldn't have come back full speed around them because the race would have been over.
Yeah, they would have been, lighting off the gas and, everything like that. It's just, I don't know, it was cool to see Almirola win. Busch is just sour because he didn't get the win.
Thank you. That's been my point.
Yeah, you're welcome.
The whole time.
Yep, you're welcome.
So NASCAR to me got it right here.
Yeah, they got 110% right. Just like they got it right during the truck race.
Now I have to ask you.
All right.
I already know your answer. Was this a good race?
No, not at all. It was the worst race of the year.
F.
Yep.
F.
I think it was one of the worst races by far of the year we've seen.
Yeah, I was not a fan.
Not at all. Not at all. I love Talladega. I want to go down there one year. I mean, just something about it. I just didn't like it. I don't know if it was how it was ran, just because of the lack of what's the word we like? Oh, intensity. Where was the intensity at from any of these drivers?
Sense of urgency. It was not there.
Yeah, especially Kyle Larson. The bottom four. Bowman tried to do something. Nobody went with him.
This is a playoff race where anybody can win. Why are you going to let the top 4 team cars run their own race. Ryan, with 3 to go, they were almost a full second in front of everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it was at the end of stage 1, too. They were ahead of everybody else by like 5 or 6 seconds.
Because no one can get organized and make a run for themselves. Everyone wants to be the leader to the line. Well, sorry, get in somewhere else, but head towards the front.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're not going anywhere.
If I was a fan of that Talladega race, I'd have been ashamed to be there. And I've never said that about going to the race because guess what? You're there. You're having a blast just being there around everybody, enjoying yourself, partying up with everybody. The sound of the cars, the speed of the cars. I know with some of the races I've been to, MIS races, that may have looked boring on TV, but me being there, I'm enjoying it because, like I said, I'm there with everybody, having a great time. It was just
very frustrating.
It was boring. And I don't say that a lot about a lot of races, but it was a bore fest.
I can agree with that.
Yep.
Unfortunate race for Alex Bowman, by the way. This race really set him back.
Yep. Yeah, he's unfortunately he's done for. So I don't think.
What if he wins Kansas?
If he wins Kansas, I'll do something. I don't know what.
You'll get a tattoo. You'll get an 88 tattoo.
I might do something stupid, but not a tattoo.
We'll have to figure it out. So your stage winners in this one, Ryan. First stage, Kurt Busch. Second stage, Kevin Harvick. Third stage, Eric Almirola. Your top 5, Eric Almirola, Clint Boyer, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano. That's your top 5. Let's talk about your top 15, because that's what we do for notable finishers at a plate track.
Yeah.
We have Allmendinger, Johnson, Jones, Menard, Regan Smith finishing 10th in the 95 LFR Racing Chevrolet.
Yeah, nice to see that finish right there.
Kyle Larson, Brendan Gaughan finishing 12th in the number 62. Was it Beard Oil again this week?
I think so.
13th, Trevor Bayne, good run in the 6 car. 14th was Kurt Busch, and 15th, rounding out the top 15, was Ty Dillon. Your standings.
What about notable finishers? 23rd was Truex Jr., 27th for Keselowski, 26th Kurt Busch, 28th is did I say Harvick? At 28th, Blaney at 29, Chase Elliott 31st, Alex Bowman 33rd. Notable finishers right there, and half of them guys were playoff drivers I mentioned right there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Actually, I think all of them were playoff drivers I mentioned.
Ryan, your standings following this race: Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, Kurt Busch, Eric Almirola, Clint Boyer, Martin Truex Jr., Chase Elliott, and now your bottom 4: Brad Keselowski, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman. Ryan, does Brad Keselowski get in?
I think he does.
Does Ryan Blaney get in?
Unfortunately, he does not.
Does Kyle Larson get in?
Nope.
And I'm assuming your no is going to be with Alex Bowman as well.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, we'll talk predictions when we get to the white flag. So your next race, Kansas, this Sunday, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern on NBC. And the Xfinity Series is back this week on Saturday, 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern on NBC as well.
Both races on NBC?
Yes, sir.
How about that?
Ryan,
look at NBC throwing the cha-chings out there.
Yeah, no kidding. It's about time.
Yeah, no kidding.
Ryan, we got. I've got 2 news articles I want to talk about, so let's go right into Tire Rub here.
All right.
Left side. Pull this left rear fender out, left side.
All right, so this week in Tire Rub, Tire Rub is our News of the Week segment. If you are new to the program, this was announced last night when I was making my show sheet out. Kyle Larson receives an L1 penalty following Talladega for the damage repair policy.
Really?
That means that his car chief is suspended. The team is docked. I forget how many points. It was a decent amount for the playoffs. I think this sets back the 42 team, and they don't advance.
So he's got to win, basically, is what you're saying.
He's got to win to get in.
Ouch.
Yeah. They ain't messing around with that.
So
damage.
The damage pile. Yeah, what the hell what happened? Did you read into any? Because I thought I saw something about that.
I couldn't pick up what the reasoning was. It was something I think they might have either taken off a piece that they weren't allowed to or added a piece they weren't allowed to.
Okay. All right. Yep.
But yeah, that's what I got off it. So bad news for the 42 team. I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Oh, bad news, bad.
The second one, Ryan, and this is where I'm about to go on a rant.
All right.
Wrangler to sponsor Ryan Blaney.
Hey, real comfortable jeans, man.
That is awesome. It was really awesome until I saw some fan response to this complaining, it's not an Earnhardt. It's not an Earnhardt. They shouldn't be in the sport unless it's for an Earnhardt. And another one, this one was my favorite. It's not the right manufacturer. Wrangler belongs on a Chevy. Wrangler belongs on a Chevy. People, listen. We complain that there's not enough funding in the sport and sponsors are leaving. Well, you talking like this kind of ruins the whole thing. I'm happy that Wrangler found a guy like Ryan Blaney who was a perfect model for what their whole thing is, the one tough customer and all that. He fits the bill.
That he does.
Just because he's on an Earnhardt, he's not allowed to have a sponsor, or Wrangler's not allowed to sponsor a driver unless it's on a Chevy? Get the F out of here. This is what people want to say, it's a dying sport. Well, you're the reason.
Yep.
It's things like this that are the reason why. Oh my God! I posted this on Twitter. I go, I want to shake somebody. This is where it's got me to. I'm baffled.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially when a sponsor, Wrangler, who's a great sponsor to have, great TV commercials with great athletes, Brett Favre, Dale Jr., I think Drew Brees is one of them. And then obviously now with Ryan Blaney, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Thank you. Another great sponsor coming back into the sport.
But it's not an Earnhardt.
Boo, boo. Oh yeah, okay. Let's go put it on the '96 car, Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. They don't belong unless it's on a Chevy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I wonder if these people hear themselves talk.
I wonder that with a lot of people. Actually, I really do.
Oh my God, I was so frustrated when I read that on. I think it was Monday night. I read that, and I was so done with it all.
Oh yeah.
Point. We had people complaining about the race on Sunday and the finish of that, and now we have people complaining about a sponsor coming in because it's not the right driver or the right manufacturer. Well, now we're going to yell at the sky for being blue, I believe, is what's coming next.
What else are people going to yell about? Oh, for paying bills. People are going to be yelling at for paying bills now.
How dare the World Series be on Fox this year? How dare
Why is it not on CBS? Why don't we get Jim Nance to call a baseball game? Hi, Jim. Hi, friends. Jim Nance here for the World Series on CBS.
I'm baffled. We complain that there's not enough sponsors staying or not enough money in the sport. Well, now you're going to drive them away because it's not the person that you see fitting your bill. I don't get it.
People are never happy. You can wake up and win the Mega Millions, tomorrow evening. It's almost $946 million right now is the last I heard.
I will be playing the lottery tomorrow.
Oh, I'm playing it too. I'm playing it too.
Yep.
But your rear end, I'm paying $20.
I'm paying $20 too.
So, give me 10 numbers. Let's go.
Oh,
I
man.
normally just do 5, say what the hell. But no, if it's getting that higher, it could possibly be $1 billion, by the way.
Hey, man, I'm happy to win 100.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, I'll be happy to win $5. Woohoo!
All right, let's get into some social media, Ryan. That's all I had for news this week. It was really a quiet news week.
I didn't hear anything, but there was I think a fan did this artwork of the 48 that had Gatorade on it.
Oh, I did see that. It's not a... So Hendrick said something that it's a sponsor that's never been in the sport before, I believe. I'm paraphrasing, but I'm pretty sure that's what I saw. So that throws out Gatorade, because Gatorade's been in the sport.
Yeah, but never a primary sponsor, though.
You know, I thought it'd be cool if it was like Sunoco.
Yeah, they official fuel in NASCAR.
I started thinking of that because, like, they did that whole Essence of Racing spot with Jimmy. I can only imagine. That'd be a cool... It almost looks like the same logo as Lowe's, too, in a sense.
Nice.
Very similar.
Man, like I said, I just... Oh, guess what? If it's Gatorade, it's not on a Ford. It's not on a Ford.
It's not an Earnhardt. Let's get to social media, please.
But that's not on an Earnhardt.
We're up to 793 downloads on Podbean, iTunes, and Stitcher. 252 followers on Twitter, 58 likes on Facebook, 21 subscribers on YouTube. New follower shout out Stacy Coleman at I Love Junior 88.
Good name.
Our podcast shout outs this week, as always, include the Lap Traffic Podcast, the PTM Podcast, the My Opinion and Therefore Fact Podcast, the All Turns No Breaks Podcast, the 3 Wide Show, the Side Draft Podcast, and the Masscast. Some places you can find us, we're on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, and YouTube by searching in the Loose Lugs Podcast. Make sure you follow, subscribe, rate, turn on your notification bell. It does ding when you hit that notification bell. I don't know if you know that yet or not. So go ahead and do that so you can hear the bell ding. And you can just search in the Loose Lugs Podcast. On Twitter, we are at Lugs Podcast. And you can tweet us about the show using the hashtag LugsPod. On Facebook, we are the Loose Lugs Podcast. Our personal Twitter handles, myself, Grey Goose F150, and Ryan.
R. Rancola 88. Yes, I was a junior fan too, so.
Ryan.
Yep.
Take it away, my friend.
Try job!
I'm going to try to keep this PG-13 as much as possible. I'm going to try. Like I said, I'm going to really try. I've already said it once in this podcast, and I'm going to say it again. Talladega was freaking boring. It's supposed to be one of your most unpredictable tracks. That Daytona, the Roval this year. Talladega was follow the freaking leader. Follow a Stewart-Haas car. Ring around, we're following a Stewart-Haas car. We're following a Stewart-Haas car. You have these guys like a Bowman, these guys in the fort that don't have wins, that are going to need wins to get into the next round of the playoffs. What are they doing? Oh, we're following the leader. We're following the leader. Granted, yes, some of them guys, Kozlowski's radio communication with his crew chief, Paul Wolf, and the spotter were like, what's going on? Why is nobody moving to the outside? Why is this? Why is that? Nobody was trying to do a damn thing during that race. It was the worst race I've seen in quite some time. I'd rather watch paint dry or Lions football than watch that Talladega race. Wait, I watch Lions football every Sunday. Who am I kidding? But no, I would rather watch paint dry than watch that race. It was boring. I hope this is not what we're going to see with this new rules package, but God, if we are, Lord save us. And yes, a 10-car got in victory lane, so suck it, Danica.
I need to see a mic drop.
You ready? You ready?
All right, Ryan. Tell us how you really feel.
Oh,
and it wasn't an Earnhardt.
Oh, yeah. Yep, it wasn't an Earnhardt.
And it wasn't a Chevy.
I mean, honestly, AJ, you even said it yourself. The race was boring. I don't understand how everybody knows that the Ford guys had a meeting prior to the race. Like, yep, the Fords are going to gang up. The Fords are going to gang up. Well, you're probably going to...
Ryan, you know what I found really cool about what Stewart Haas Racing did, though?
What's that?
How many times have we seen Joe Gibbs try to do the same thing at Daytona?
Yeah, and
how 3 years now they've tried it, and it hasn't worked.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Something that Stewart Haas guys figured out was they can make it work.
They did, and you know, like I said, I give them all the credit in the world for doing that. But us as fans, people that spent their hard-earned money to be there, oh come on, what's his name? Rutledge, talking to people from England, from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, people from all over the world at that race.
The Canada was cool.
Yeah, oh yeah. And then that's what you get. Welcome to Talladega. They're single file. We're at lap 50. They're still single filed. That's what I'd have been like. Unreal. I just...
Brian.
Follow the leader.
I'm ready to turn the page on Talladega. I'm ready to forget about it. I'm ready to talk Kansas. What do you think?
I've had that rant build up with me ever since Sunday. We're at
Thursday now.
Thursday. Look at this, folks. I've lost so much more hair thinking about. I cut my hair the other day, so.
Ryan, let's get to the white flag.
Yeah, let's please get to Kansas. Yay, Kansas.
In line with you, coming to the white. Only two.
All right, so the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series are both in Kansas this weekend. Saturday, Ryan, what is your prediction for the Xfinity race?
Carry on Wayward Son. We're at Kansas this weekend. I'm going to predict a playoff guy to win it. Hopefully we see some good side hard NASCAR racing. Unlike follow the leader, give me the 21 car Daniel Hemrick in victory lane.
Damn it, that's who I had.
Oh, never mind. All right, never mind.
No,
give me
somebody else.
Okay.
Kansas, mile and a half. Is John Hunter Nemechek in the 42 this weekend?
I would say you're picking whoever's in the 42 car this weekend.
I'll pick the 42 car this weekend.
All right, there you go. Good choice.
I'm hoping it's not a Cup driver because that would be bad. I think it's Nemechek.
I just got a message from Tony. He's facing the Broncos defense and the crew.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
For the Cup Series, Ryan, who are you picking?
Give me the 78.
I'm going to go with the 4.
Okay. Dark horse?
My dark horse is the 42 of Kyle Larson.
Okay, all right. My dark horse is the 2 of Keselowski.
We'll both need a win.
Yep.
We both picked dark horses needing a win.
Exactly.
Mookie Betts strikes out with the bases loaded to end the inning.
Good. Go get him, Verlander.
Well, Ryan.
Yep. Oh, the paper toss, yeah.
I've got nothing else left.
I was trying to think if there was any football news noteworthy.
New England beating Kansas City.
It's Sunday night. Yeah, that was a hell of a football game Sunday night.
I was pretty stoked about that one. Although it was in doubt at the end.
Brock Osweiler. How about Brock Osweiler last weekend?
Apparently could be starting the next couple weeks.
Yep, and that's who the Lions face this weekend is the Dolphins. Hopefully we'll do you guys a favor and beat them for you. So.
Well, the Brock Star.
Oh, the Brock Star now. Well, we have Fitzmagic to the Brock Star now. Ooh, boy. But, yeah, like I said, I mean, I'm glad Talladega's in behind us. Question for you. What race are you looking forward to most now?
Martinsville.
Same here. Short track. I love it.
Then ISM, and then Homestead.
I'll go Martinsville. I'll do Texas, then ISM, and then obviously Homestead.
Well, I'm good with it, Ryan. I think we had a pretty good show here.
Yeah, we did. Little rant. I did keep it PG-13. I wanted to drop a couple more. So,
well, with that being said, Ryan, why don't you hit everyone with your weekly parting message?
Guys, I hope everybody has a great rest of the week, even though tomorrow's Friday. Woo, 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 Friday. Guys, have a great week. We'll see you guys at the track.
Everyone have a good Kansas race weekend. Thank you, everyone who tuned in to the show tonight, and everybody listening on Podbean, iTunes, and Stitcher. We'll see you next week. Have fun in Kansas.
Wonder why I can't feel relief. Days of being but I'm done. Find something to believe in, and I never give it up. I can feel that cheering. When the words that do not make sense. You can feel what I mean now that you're here. There's nothing to fear along the way. There's nothing I could say. Nothing I could say.